You're watching Film Insider, The Godfather Part II. Let's go behind the scene.
Francis Ford Coppola rewrote the entire script over a weekend because Al Pacino said he didn't like the original and would not do the film. Apparently, he later said to Coppola that he hadn't actually disliked the first script all that much, but knew it could be better. Robert De Niro only speaks 17 words of English in the entire film. The ship shown transporting the young Vito Corleone to New York City was not the Moshulu. That ship is now a restaurant docked at Penn's Landing in Philadelphia. The Moshulu is leaving New York Bay while young Vito Corleone's ship is arriving. One can tell the direction of each ship's travel by its orientation to the Statue of Liberty. To prepare for his role, Robert De Niro lived in Sicily for 3 months. In total, he spent 4 months learning to speak the Sicilian dialect of Italian in order to play Vito Corleone. Nearly all of the dialogue that his character speaks in the film was in Sicilian. Francis Ford Coppola had a horrible time directing The Godfather and asked to pick a different director for the sequel, while taking the title of producer for himself. He chose Martin Scorsese, who the film executives rejected. Later, Coppola agreed to direct the film with a few conditions. Originally, the actors in the flashback scenes wore pants with zippers. One of the musicians pointed out that the zipper had not been invented at that time, so some scenes had to be reshot with button-fly trousers. When little Vito arrives at Ellis Island, he is marked with a circled X. Ellis Island immigrants were marked with this if the inspector believed the person had a mental or physical defect. In the scene in which young Vito negotiates with Signor Roberto on the street, a passerby interrupts to say hello to Vito. Carmelo Russo was an extra who was supposed to just walk by, but he improvised speaking to Vito. Francis Ford Coppola did not like that Russo interrupted the scene, but De Niro liked that it showed how much people in the neighborhood respected Vito, and he convinced Coppola to keep Russo's line. Marlon Brando was scheduled to return for a cameo in the flashback at the end of the film, but because of the way Paramount Pictures treated him during The Godfather, he did not show up for shooting on the day the scene was filmed. Francis Ford Coppola rewrote the scene without Vito, and it was filmed the next day. There was much debate over whether Robert De Niro should grow a mustache for the scenes where young Vito is a few years older, but De Niro couldn't decide. In the end, De Niro tossed a coin for the scenes where Vito returns to Sicily. He even gained weight and wore a smaller version of the dental appliance Marlon Brando wore in the first film.
Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.